If you own $1 million home in Dallas, 2026 may actually be one of the smartest times to sell, and almost no one realizes it yet. Because while the headlines keep screaming that the market is cooling, the Dallas luxury market is quietly doing the exact opposite. National news may show a general slowdown, but locally, the high-end market is telling a much different, much stronger story. Recent data even shows that while mid-tier home prices in Dallas have seen declines, the luxury market has actually gained ground. Most luxury homeowners assume that the overall market slows down and their home's value will too. And that single assumption that your property moves with the general market can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars if you get the timing wrong. So imagine two sellers with identical homes. One sees the national headlines and decides to wait, fearing downturn. The other looks at the specific data for Dallas luxury and lists their home, attracting multiple motivated buyers and selling for a premium. One seller walks away with a record price for their street, while the other is forced to make price reductions 6 months later, chasing a market that has already moved on. The differences in the home is the timing based on the right information. And so here's the reality. The $1 million plus market in Dallas is not playing by the same rules as the rest of DFW. It's a completely different ecosystem with different buyers, different pressures, and very different outcomes. The psychology of a buyer looking for a $400,000 house is driven by mortgage rates and affordability, while the buyer for your home is driven by corporate relocations, tax savings, and lifestyle upgrades. And often they're paying cash. They aren't just buying square footage, they're buying access to an elite social circle, top-tier private schools, and a quality of life that feels like a permanent vacation. I work with a lot of Dallas luxury homes over 7 figures, and what we're seeing right now is in 2026, something we hadn't seen in years. There's a narrow window where scarcity, cash-heavy buyers, and market confusion are giving luxury sellers a massive advantage. And it's a window most people don't fully recognize until it's already closed. So in this video, I'll break down the 3 reasons why Dallas luxury is quietly outperforming the rest of the housing market and how to tell if your home is perfectly positioned to benefit from it. And the first and most powerful reason is simple supply and demand. Right now, the supply of high-quality, available luxury homes in Dallas is still historically tight. So while the overall housing inventory at DFW may be creeping up, the opposite is true at the top end of the market. This is the great paradox that national headlines miss. The general inventory increase is happening because mid-tier range homes are taking longer to sell, and new construction is focused more on affordable price points. Developers are chasing volume, building thousands of homes in the $500,000 to $800,000 range. There's a glaring hole in the market for custom quality new build homes over $2 million, meaning buyers in that segment have no choice but to compete for the limited existing inventory. For homes over $1 million, the months of inventory remains low, the textbook definition of a seller's market.
This scarcity is even more intense for updated turnkey homes in prime locations. These are the properties that high net worth buyers are actively fighting for. They don't want a project, they want to move in and immediately enjoy the lifestyle their success affords them. To these buyers, turnkey means a home with designer finishes, smart home technology, gourmet kitchen, resort-style amenities, chef's kitchen, dual islands, spa-like primary suites, soaking tubs, steam showers, seamless indoor-outdoor living spaces. They're also willing to pay significant premium to avoid a 2-year renovation process, and the lack of this specific type of home creates a bottleneck of intense demand. So what does this mean for you? It means your home isn't just another listing, it's a rare commodity. Think about it. You can't build more land in legacy neighborhoods like Highland Park, Preston Hollow. You can't manufacture the prestige of these communities overnight. These areas are like a blue chip stock, a finite, sought after asset class that's more insulated from the general market volatility. That unchangeable scarcity is the bedrock of our market's strength. So when a stunning, well-priced luxury home hits the market in a top neighborhood, there isn't just interest. There's a lineup of qualified, motivated buyers ready to compete. And that scarcity puts you in the driver's seat, leading to strong offers, a higher likelihood of an all-cash deal, and significantly less time on the market. Scarcity only creates leverage if buyers have real power, and the buyers entering the Dallas market have it in spades. This brings us to the second pillar. The demand for luxury properties here isn't just strong, it's relentless. The engine behind this is the sustained wave of corporate relocations and high net worth individuals moving to North Texas. DFW continues to be a top destination for corporate headquarters, attracting 100 new HQs between 2018 and 2020. 2024 alone, making it the #1 metro in the US for such moves. So this fuels a constant influx of high-earning C-suite leaders and top-tier talent. We see financial giants like Goldman Sachs massively expanding their footprint, building a new campus that will bring over 5,000 high-powered earning professionals directly into our community. So think about that, 5,000 high-earning professionals. Even if only a fraction of that at the executive level, that's still hundreds of new seven-figure buyers entering the market in a very short period, all targeting the same top neighborhoods and schools. But it doesn't stop there. Companies like Caterpillar, AECOM, Charles Schwab, and even KFC's parent company Young Brands have moved their headquarters or major operations here, bringing their executive teams with them. These buyers are flooding in from high-cost states like California and New York. They're often less sensitive to mortgage rates, which have stabilized because they're leveraging huge amounts of equity from a previous home sale. For a high-earning executive, moving to Texas means no state income tax, which can translate into hundreds of thousands of dollars in savings every year. In many cases, they're paying all cash. In fact, all cash deals climbed to nearly 40% of home purchases in 2025, one of the highest levels in over a decade. So for a seller, an all cash offer is the gold standard. It means no appraisal contingencies, no risk of financing falling through, and the ability to close on a much faster timeline. It's a clean, decisive transaction that puts you in complete control. And these buyers aren't just looking for a house. They're looking for a lifestyle upgrade. They want the business-friendly environment, the world-class private schools, and the relative value Dallas provides. There's a rising preference in the premier neighborhoods for expansive 6 to 7 bedroom homes with modern luxuries like private theaters and home gyms. This constant wealthy demand creates an upward pressure on the Dallas luxury market that you just don't see elsewhere. And the third reason 2026 is so unique is what I call the smart money window. And this is a strategic period where market dynamics are giving luxury sellers a distinct advantage, one that won't last forever. Here's the situation. The general DFW market is normalizing. So median home prices across the state are forecast to see only a slight increase of about 1.3% in 2026. This has created confusion and uncertainty, with headlines focusing on price cuts in the mid-tier market and longer days on market. But the luxury segment is moving in the opposite direction. There's great divergence. Recent data confirms the split, showing that while starter and mid-tier homes in Dallas saw price decline, the luxury segment saw prices gain 3.5%. So think of it like a highway where mainstream traffic is slowing down, where the express lane on the left keeps accelerating. Right now, you're one of the few drivers in that express lane. The on-ramps are few and far between, but the real question is whether you take your exit at peak speed or wait until traffic starts to merge and slow everything down again. The split is a critical piece of the puzzle. It shows that wealthy, established neighborhoods are actively outperforming the rest of the market. While sellers in mid-tier markets might face price reductions and concessions, luxury sellers are operating from a position of power. This is a classic trap, waiting until the market feels hot. By the time the headlines catch up and everyone agrees, it's a great time to sell. The smartest sellers have already taken their profits and the peak opportunity is past. They're benefiting from a phenomenon where a limited supply of truly desirable homes is meeting the wave of lateral buyers. Selling in 2026 means capitalizing on this exact moment. You're selling into a market backed by low inventory and high demand. That's what the smart money does. Acts when data reveals a time-sensitive edge before the information becomes common knowledge. But a window of opportunity by nature closes. As many people recognize this divergence, we could see more luxury listings hit the market later or into 2027, rebalancing the equation. But by acting now, you're getting ahead of the curve, a chance to lock in a premium price while dynamics are overwhelmingly in your favor. So what this means for your sale, your $2 million home, it means a faster sale, a higher likelihood of multiple offers, and the chance to achieve a top dollar price that may not be palatable next year. And let's look at the proof on the ground. In Highland Park, the pulse of the Dallas luxury market, it remains a strong seller's market, with a median sales price recently hit $3 million. With its own police force, renowned school district, and the exclusive Dallas Country Club, demand is timeless and the inventory is severely limited. We see similar strength in Preston Hollow, where large private estates are highly sought after by those who value privacy and space. With its winding roads, dense canopy of mature trees, and multi-acre lots, it offers a sense of seclusion that feels a world away, yes, just minutes from the heart of the city. And this has led to median prices recently surging by nearly 40% year over year, $2.2 million. Its sprawling lots and proximity to top private schools make it a haven for business leaders and prominent figures. This isn't just a Dallas proper phenomenon. In South Lake and West Lake, the hunger for large estates in top-ranked school districts like Carroll ISD remain incredibly strong. These have become legacy markets where families tend to stay for decades, further limiting supply and creating a fierce competition for the few homes that do become available. The median home price in South Lake was recently around $1.32 million, while in West Lake, it hovers over $2 million. Even booming outposts like Frisco and Prosper, a new wave of affluent corporate buyers, is fueling a market for modern, amenity-rich homes on oversized lots, a true Texas luxury compared to what they're leaving behind. These areas cater to a new money luxury buyer who wants everything brand new. They prioritize master planned communities where world-class golf courses, private clubs, high-end retail are all part of a curated lifestyle, offering a modern turnkey version of the Texas dream. With the PGA headquarters, new developments like the Fields, and endless high-end retail and dining, these areas offer a complete lifestyle package that attracts a young, tech-focused, wealthy demographic. For you, this means that if your home is in one of these prime areas, is updated and priced correctly, you can expect a level of buyer interest that simply isn't happening in other cities. The competition gives you the power to negotiate from a position of absolute strength. When you combine historic scarcity, cash-heavy demand, and a narrowing strategic window, you get a market that powerfully favors luxury sellers. So back to our original question, is 2026 a good time to sell a luxury home in Dallas? The data is crystal clear. We're in a special market moment defined by these three facts. First, a historic shortage of premium homes that makes your property a rare asset. Second, a relentless wave of wealthy buyers powered by one of the strongest corporate relocation trends in the nation. And third, a strategic smart money window where the luxury segment is outperforming the rest of the market, giving you a significant advantage. So while the national conversation is about cooling and caution, the story in Dallas luxury real estate is one of strength and unique opportunity. But to succeed, you need more than a for sale sign. You need strategic pricing, world-class marketing that tells your home story, and a plan to attract the right kind of buyers, the ones that are relocating from California with cash in hand, or the local executive looking for that perfect lifestyle upgrade. Your home is one of your most significant financial assets, and understanding the true value to today's unique market is the first step towards a profitable decision. That's why I always offer a personalized consultation. I'm happy to go beyond the headlines and analyze the real-time data for your home, your neighborhood. Click the link in the description below to schedule a confidential, no obligation call. I'll provide you with a detailed valuation and custom strategy designed to capitalize on this 2026 seller's market. And thank you for watching. And if you found this video valuable, be sure to subscribe for more exclusive insights in the Dallas luxury real estate market. And I'll see you in the next one.